Before I start, I acknowledge and pay respect to the ancestors and descendants of the lands upon which we work, meet, and study. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for being here tonight. My name is Yuka, and it's an honor to be part of ABC Kindergarten as an early childhood educator. I know some of you may have concerns about our play-based learning approach, and I'm here to explain its benefits for your children by discussing the foundational role of play-based pedagogy for early years. In early childhood, particularly between the ages of 4 and 5, children increasingly engage in symbolic play. But what is it and why is it so important? Well, the theorist Piaget explained that children between the ages of 2 and 7 are in what he called the pre-operational stage. During this time, they learn through symbolic play, including dramatic and constructive play. Dramatic play involves pretend scenarios, while constructive play involves activities like building with blocks or creating objects with clay. For example, imagine your child pretending to cook in a toy kitchen with their friends, asking them or being asked to chop onions and take on the different roles. Through this kind of imaginative play, children may initially struggle to understand adults due to different perspectives and ideas, as Piaget describes children at this stage as highly egocentric. Because of this kind of struggle and hardship they may face, they begin to explore ways of solving problems on their own by negotiating with peers and so on. More importantly, they develop essential social skills such as collaboration and forming friendships with their peers, which ultimately lead to positive emotional health by building social connections. This is not limited to emotional well being but also contributes to brain development. Furthermore, Vygotski's theory emphasizes the pivotal role of symbolic play, particularly in dramatic play within a social context. Make-believe play can be a helpful developmental tool to preschoolers as it progresses from simple scenarios to complex scenarios with rules and roles, allowing children to function at a higher cognitive level than their everyday behavior. However, a significant challenge arises when considering Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children. Piaget's theory, with its primary focus on individual cognitive development through stage-based progression, may neglect their unique learning needs. Specifically, Piaget's theory emphasizes logical reasoning and problem solving, which often ignores the vital role of oral traditions and storytelling as it's essential for maintaining and transmitting Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultural identities. To overcome Piaget's theory's limitations, integrating oral traditions as cultural context and experiences and fostering collaborative learning spaces are crucial. This approach allows children to develop a profound awareness of the traditional custodians of the land and their spoken languages. By actively collaborating with children, their families, and the local community, we cultivate a deep acknowledgement of the country, signifying respect for Aboriginal culture. For instance, engaging children in large motor play such as dancing or singing can be enriched by incorporating Aboriginal music, enabling them to learn experientially and develop cultural familiarity. My personal philosophy on play is Piaget's theory's foundation for play-based pedagogy, which recognizes its emphasis on active exploration. However, I believe it requires significant sociocultural enrichment, as I previously discussed in the challenge and solution part. To achieve this, I'd like to utilize Vygotski's concept of the zone of proximal development. The zone of proximal development describes the learning range achievable with support, which aligns perfectly with collaborative play in both indoors and outdoors. Accordingly, I'd combine Piaget's theory and Vygotski's learning theories, specifically their views on action and collaboration. For example, when children explore natural materials outdoors, I encourage collaborative projects like building a mini village where they negotiate roles and share ideas. This fosters problem solving and social skills, crucial for their zone of proximal development. For the indoor activity during dramatic play, I might introduce culturally diverse stories, inventing children to act out narratives supported by peer interaction and my scaffolding. This integrates oral traditions, vital for indigenous learning, and activates their zone of proximal development. This approach acknowledges that learning is not just individual discovery, but a shared journey. By actively facilitating collaborative play within the zone of proximal development, and incorporating culturally relevant narratives, I aim to create a play based pedagogy that is both developmentally and culturally enriching, respecting the unique learning style of all children, including those from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities. A successful learning environment prioritizes children's diverse needs. Children thrive on engaging in exploration and investigation, finding some moments for relaxation and expressing themselves through noisy rough and tumble and large motor play and creative endeavors with their peers or educators. To achieve this, we create spaces for collaborative small group play, open-ended discovery, and balanced active and quiet periods, promoting holistic growth. For example, if you look at our indoor facility picture, you can see an organized space with diverse open-ended materials. We ensure there are duplicates for popular items so every child has an equal opportunity to play with their favorite tools and those items are promptly repaired once it's broken. Another example here is our outdoor playground. Our outdoor activities are prioritized to provide children with natural sunlight, which promotes serotonin production and overall well being. Outdoor activities encourage children to engage in rough and tumble and large motor play, which involves a lot of body exercise such as jumping, chasing, and dancing. When children want to find some moments for relaxation, there's also a table and chairs under the roof so they can take some rest after all the physical activities. In short, we have looked at the effectiveness of play based pedagogy, especially for those who are concerned with the age of 4 and 5 children. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me after the presentation. Thanks for listening.